I forgot that part. I'll briefly talk about that. This is the story about how I cheated on my second husband with our boss. And then I married our boss, and now I'm in the middle of a divorce from our boss and pregnant with my second husband's baby. I breezed over the first husband thing briefly in the original video, so click the playlist new here so that you can go back to see that I did actually talk about it. People are like, oh my God, you're lying. I'm not lying, y'all. I'm literally here telling my whole truth. I've shown y'all everything but my booty hole, okay? At this point, so first husband, I was 17, 18. Like, I don't think I was necessarily a rebellious kid, but homeschooled at 15 years old. I graduated from high school at 16. We moved from Virginia to Maryland because like my sister was going to get married to this guy when she was 16, and they ended up calling off the engagement. So my parents had to sell our house. We moved back to Maryland where my parents are both from. And I meet this guy who was a friend of this guy my sister was dating on a blind date. This was like my first time being able to like go out and like do stuff. And I met this guy on a blind date. My parents like did not want me to have anything to do with him because like the first time he came over to our house, he was like looking at porn on my dad's computer. And my parents were like, absolutely not. And I was like, you're not going to tell me what to do. And so I go on this struggle with them for like this whole year of like secretly talking to this guy behind their back, and like they're telling me like, we're gonna kick you out the house if you don't stop talking to him, all this stuff. And I'm just like, I'm gonna keep talking to him. Cut to, I end up running away from home. I marry this guy so that I don't have to go back home. Technically, in the state of Maryland, I wasn't even old enough to get married because you have to be pregnant in order to get married. But luckily, he had some ratchet sisters also. And they always had friends that were pregnant and went into a patient first and took a pregnancy test as me so that we could go apply for a marriage license. We get married. The agreement was we would only stay married until I was 18. And then after that, sayonara, that marriage was over. I have not spoken to that man. I don't even know what that man is doing. God bless his heart, his soul, and his whole entire family. But yeah, so the reason for the divorce on that end, I found out some information that I cannot and will not talk about, but I absolutely could not stay. Called my parents and was like, I am an effing dummy. Come pick me up. They came to pick me up. Anthony was there and was like, yeah, you are effing dummy. Let's try to like make this work and finally get back together. And Anthony and I are together for like a couple of months. And I think, I'm sorry. That was before I ran away. Anthony came back around and we like tried to make it work. And then I was like, no, he broke my heart. He was supposed to go back home to like get his stuff. And then like, he didn't come back. He like started talking to some girl and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go marry this guy. So then when I finally did divorce first husband one, Anthony literally, my parents come to pick me up. I had my guitar and like my bag of clothes and Anthony was in the car. And that's how we literally transitioned into him and I getting married, me having to find a new job, and where I meet unnamed boss. More to come, but today's a really busy day. I'm about to do hair and makeup because we're filming our gender reveal today, which will air like in a week and a half. So see you soon.